They told us to walk it off. So we did. Straight to the Advil bottle.
And now I say, sit your ass down and let your body chill out before it files a complaint.
This is Tav. She's powered by common sense, stubborn joints, and a perfectly timed nap.
That's right. And that's Jim. He once tried to walk off a sprained ankle by walking straight into happy hour.
And together, we're Unretired AF.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of the Unretired AF podcast, where we're going to be talking today about don't walk it off, sit your ass down. But before we do that, we want to give a shout out to our subscribers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you're new to our show, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer and you like our show, please consider hitting that subscribe button. All right. So, rest is not weakness.
No.
I know for many of us, we grew up thinking that being restful or resting was lazy. And, but that's not true. That's not true at all. I mean, I think that we need to recognize that rest is when our body actually heals.
You know, I think about, just from you saying that, growing up, sadistic friggin' football coaches, when we had 3-a-days, where their idea of rest was letting you go get a salt tablet and water. You couldn't swallow it. You had to swish around your mouth and spit it out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Why couldn't you swallow it?
That was just the rule.
You couldn't actually hydrate back then. They were anti-hydration.
They were anti-hydration.
It was just a cruel time to be a child.
Which
is why our generation is pretty tough. I mean,
yeah.
We were pretty much mistreated by everyone.
We were.
Well, sleep is your superpower. And I think I still resist it. I mean, I don't always want to have a bedtime that's good, but it used to be I could get by on 5 hours of sleep and for a day or two.
Yeah.
And make it up, but now if I don't get 8 hours a day, I feel homicidal.
Yeah. It's, we know, everyone here knows that rest heals your body.
Right.
It helps you with the big ones are muscle repair.
Right.
Hormone balance and rebalance.
Yeah.
Pain relief.
Right.
Pain relief's a big thing too. I mean, a real big thing. All of that happens when you rest.
Right.
All of it does.
Right.
If you don't, guess what? It doesn't happen.
Right.
And I can tell you from personal experience lately, because for a while I was really having a hard time sleeping.
Yeah.
And I felt bad all the time. All the time. And then I started drinking scotch at night. No. I just, we've lost some weight and I'm sleeping a lot better now.
Yeah. Right. Well, and I think there's a lot of things that, that go along with that. But we definitely can't jib out. I mean, honestly, I really do need 8 hours of sleep now.
Right.
And if I don't get it, I do feel it the next day. I feel it in a lot of ways. I feel it with maybe I'll get some water retention or just plain old grumpiness. I'll just be bitchy.
Yeah.
And
Now, do you like taking a power nap every now and then?
You know what? In theory, I do, but I can't really do that. I'm like a little kindergartner. I didn't like to take naps back then. I don't like to take naps now. But in theory, I like it. But sometimes when I do try and take a power nap, I wake up feeling more tired. But sometimes you just have to listen to your body. I mean, sometimes I know, and there's a difference between actually being tired and needing to rest and just feeling a little lazy and wanting to take a nap. So you gotta just recognize the difference. If your body really needs it, then you need to.
Well, that's why anymore I really only like roads that have the bumps on the side of it.
That is scary. I don't like you saying that when you're driving without me at times. Well, and the sleep thing, science backs that up.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
It does.
we all know that the more you sleep, the less inflammation you have.
Right.
And I had an injury a couple years ago, and I can really tell if I don't get good sleep, not on the first day, but if I don't get good sleep in a couple days, then all of a sudden I start retaining water.
Yeah.
And then it takes me like a week to get rid of that water. And, if it's just in your leg or arm, it's everywhere in your body. So, sleep to me is I have a nice clear head if I get good sleep. For me, I need at least 6 hours. It used to be I could get by on 4, but now I've got to have at least 6. And it's just I encourage you really for your health to try to get good sleep.
Yeah, that's really, really important. Well, and moving too much can actually set you back.
It can.
So, if I ignore a twinge, then all of a sudden I've got a flare up.
Yeah.
If I start feeling like, and I apologize because I noticed that this episode is going into old people grumping about their health problems, and I see that. I see that now. But I didn't see that when I was
Hey, we're all the same.
writing this
We're all in the
episode.
same.
Well, you know what? This is the bottom line. We can't ignore reality, but we
Right.
can do the things we can to make sure that we get out of that mode, that we're in the fun mode and the good mode, and out of the old people complaining about their health mode, right? Right.
But the key to that though
Yeah.
is you got to listen to your body
Exactly.
and not your ego.
Exactly.
You're not in any boot camp.
Right.
You don't have to go run 12 miles a day.
Right.
If you want to run a mile, go run a mile.
You don't have to prove anything.
Yeah. Just we're at the age now, and again, it's nothing on people in our age range, but we need to be in preservation mode, not in boot camp mode.
Right.
I honestly, I don't give a crap how many chin-ups or push-ups you can do.
Yeah, I'm not going to, what is it called? Zumba, or there's another one that's CrossFit. That's not happening. That's not happening. I'm going to keep my joints.
There you go.
I'm not going to have hip and knee replacement because I get too much freaking CrossFit or whatever it's called. Well, anyway, the next thing is rest looks different at this age, and it does. So when we say rest, we aren't necessarily talking about the kindergartner rolling out the mat and taking a nap.
There's days I like doing that.
But I mean,
as long as I get Kool-Aid and a cookie.
But it also doesn't have to mean like a Netflix coma where you're just vegged out in front of the TV on the couch, for the weekend with the blanket and a. But
if somebody wants to do that,
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I've done it. Yeah. Usually that's more of a mental health day than a physical health day. If the world gets a little too people-y for me, which happens. But rest can be a lot of different things at our age. It can be stretching if you just want to do some stretching. Yeah. It can be reading, just find something that you wanted to read. It can be just sitting down for a while and not being up and doing stuff. I mean, even like with kitchen stuff, I know sometimes I'm not feeling great, but I still have things I need to cook. I will do meal prep at the table and it's sitting down in a chair. I know when I was doing canning, I did a lot of that when I was prepping. Remember I made all that apple pie filling?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I just sat at the table and with the little twirly thing to peel the apples and cut them up and I did that and I sat there for hours doing it. I mean, so there's things we can do and be productive while we're resting our body physically.
Do you know my favorite thing to do? My favorite thing is to have a dram of scotch and just to sit in silence.
Well, that's nice, especially if you're on the boat with a sunset and a nice ocean breeze.
Oh, yeah.
A little seagull squawking in the background.
All of that counts. All of it.
I love that. I love that. Yes.
Especially the older you get, if you got back problems or neck problems or whatever, if your back or neck or arms or legs or fingers or whatever is screaming, just sit your ass down. Enjoy it.
Yeah. And relax.
And relax.
Rest your body. It can mean a lot of different things. It can be, if you have pets, it can just be I don't know about you guys, but we have cats. We have 2 cats. And if the cat's in our lap, if I have a cat in my lap, I can't do anything because I got a cat in my lap. I'm not gonna make her move.
Right.
But they say that pets can be very good for your mental health and for your stress levels and stuff. So
I would agree with that.
So just find something to do. Find something to do that involves sitting your ass down.
Yeah, and even if you if you're addicted to your phone like a lot of us are, and you have a buddy, say like in New Hampshire, that you can like just giving jabs to, and he's willing to give them back, that's relaxing too. So there's a lot of things that you can do, but listen to your body. Yeah. Listen to your body, and not your ego.
That's right. That's right. Well, and the takeaway from this episode is that rest isn't quitting. I mean, you got to get that out of your mindset that if you're resting, like I know Jim and I both, we have a hard time with resting.
We do.
We do. We feel like we feel guilty about it if we rest, and then we feel like we have to justify to the other person what we did, or how bad we felt, so that we justified the rest.
Right.
You know what? We got to get over that. As a generation, we just gotta overcome that. Just get over it. Yes, everyone knows that we are the tough generation, right? We don't have to prove that to anybody.
Right.
Everybody knows that we were the badass, generation of basically being ignored by our parents, our teachers, and pretty much everyone else.
Right.
So we were on our own. So just understand, resting is a strategy that, like Jim said earlier, that we're trying to preserve our bodies so that we.
Right.
It's not just the goal isn't to just live as long as possible. It's to feel good.
Absolutely.
As long as possible.
So stop antagonizing for wanting to sit down and rest. What do you care if somebody says something or looks at you sitting down? Hell, you've earned it. You're older than dirt. You're like us. Enjoy it.
Older than dirt. Well, and stop apologizing.
Stop apologizing.
Stop apologizing to people if they, if they're critical of that you're resting or whatever. Yeah. They're not in your body. They don't know how you feel.
That's right. So. That's right. This will make you feel better.
Cheers. Well, not just alcohol. Rest. Alcohol is not a substitute for rest.
Well, I'm old enough that I deserve it, and I enjoy it.
And you're over 21, so you can decide. So you can decide if that's what you want to have.
That's right. So, we have a comment section.
Yes, we want to thank those that commented this week.
Yeah, we sure do.
We want to shout out to Sparky.
Sparky.
We appreciate you. Sparky is the one that keeps our computers humming along.
Yeah.
Keeps us good. He gave us some great advice for the show.
He did.
We thank you, Sparky, from Recovering Computers by Sparky.
Yep.
In Mesa, Arizona.
Yeah. Maybe we can put up something, have his number.
Yeah.
He'll do phone consultation. He's a wonderful, wonderful guy, and he can probably help you with remote.
Yeah.
If he can't, he'll tell you.
And we're not getting any money. It's not a paid ad.
Yeah.
We just love him. He helped us a lot when we first got started with the videoing, and the capacity for the videoing on my computer, and got us going along really good. So yes, and he commented on one of our episodes this week about our new gear setup.
Yes.
So thank you, much appreciated. And for everybody else that commented this week, we read them all. We commented back, and we appreciate all of you except the one that spammed me. How you're going to help me with my SEO and and get us more viewers. Yeah, you can piss off. So. Yeah.
So I think that'll wrap it up for the comments section. Thank you to everybody that commented.
Yes. And I'm sorry. Go
ahead. We appreciate all of you taking the time to do it. And we appreciate all our subscribers. And we appreciate having the ability to do this.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you have any topics that you want to hear about, see, have us joke about, whatever. The only way we know is if you drop it in the comments.
Yeah, that's right.
So thank you.
That's right.
Look forward to reading about it.
Yes. And if you're enjoying our show and you've made it this far, I'm assuming you do, please consider hitting that subscribe button so that you can get our feed Monday through Friday. Every weekday, we put out something every day.
And if we're really good, hit the like button for us.
Hit the like.
We'd
Hit
like
the
to see
like.
some likes.
Yes, we would.
Thank you.
Well, I'm not slowing down.
And neither should you. And
together,
together, we're Unretired AF.